Hey Internet, Sarge here. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning into the show today. On today's episode, we have a really good offer from Ramp, which is like an expense management company that has a credit card. I see you earning $1,000 for spending $1,000. See? Pretty good. So in typical fashion, we'll cover the offer, terms and conditions, requirements, eligibility, everything you need to know to make Ramp's money become your money. So of course, if that sounds interesting to you, then go ahead, press the subscribe button, and let's get to work. Now, before we get into it and take up too much of your time, I will say this offer is not going to be for everyone because Ramp is really looking for like businesses and not sole prop like we normally do here. Sole prop is an option on the application page, and I have seen some folks, like a person or two, say they were able to get in with sole prop, but I went through this and we'll talk about it, and they're really looking for actual businesses. So your S corps, LLC is probably going to be most common. So keep that in mind as we go. But again, I do know a few folks who also run LLCs for hunting and various things. So it's a good offer. I wanted to talk about it. So anyhow, let's get to work here. Now, the promotional material is going to be a little bit different. These are affiliate links gathered by the Doctor of Credit from around the internet. They're not my affiliate links. So there's a few different options. So I will put a link to all of them down below, or the Doctor of Credit post, give credit where credit is due, and the link that I used. So take a look at this one. You can see there's no happy people, but you can see this is clearly an affiliate for this other company, Alfie Link, whatever they are. I don't know what they are, but they have a $1,000 offer. So again, this is the one that I use. I don't get anything for any of this. They are devoid of happy people. They're just kind of wandering in the middle of nowhere. Even if you click on the apply here, there's no happy people above the fold. So I guess who would be happy given these strict requirements? So let's move on along here, as long as that makes sense. So of course, you have to apply and be approved. It is worth noting that they don't do a credit pull for this. That will make some people happy. Again, we'll talk more about it. So you make your first balance payment of $1,000 within 90 days of opening, which basically means spend $1,000 and pay that back in full, and then that's your requirement. Now, the bonus, it will be issued as a virtual debit card in your Ramp account. And there's no end date listed on this offer as well that I could see. And again, as far as the different offers go, there's this one, which I think is the best, which is $1,000. I saw one down in that section was like $1,000 Amazon gift card. Still cash, but not exactly cash. And when you have cash as an option, and there's also a $250 referral link. But weirdly enough, I think that one even has more requirements in the eligibility that we'll take a look at. So again, from what I saw in the comments of someone who did this offer back when it was $500, I got the virtual credit card issued immediately. I used that. This is funny enough, the same day, 2 of my property tax bills showed up in the mail, which is perfect timing. It's one of those frustrating things, but it's still good timing. So I just made a $1,000 payment. I still have quite a few more dollars to go, but a $1,000 payment, and then immediately paid off using the virtual card. Don't even have the physical card yet. So again, easy enough there. So let's keep going here because this is where it gets interesting at the eligibility, fees, and closure. So as you would have guessed, Ramp is nationwide. Again, sole prop is in the drop down, and I have seen one person in the comments on the doctor say they got in through sole prop, but unlikely. You do need to have $25,000 in a linked business account in the name of the business entity. A Ramp card is fee-free. It's no annual fee. Plus, there is a free option as well for your Ramp setup. They have a paid one. You don't need to worry about it. And of course, there is no closure rule listed here, but it's a card, so I'd probably still keep it open for a year. Anyway, so we'll spend the bulk of our time here. So how it went for me is as a person with an LLC. I did sign up, and they're going to ask you for a website, and they're going to ask you for email with domain. That's like the @profitablecontent.com part of my email. Again, I've seen people get in kind of just saying not applicable or something like that in those fields, or just using a Gmail deal, but I don't think they're going to like that. So the only real issue I had was uploading or linking a business account. So we covered the Wells Fargo business checking account a few months back. I had 25 grand in there as I was waiting for it to pay out. It since has. So I linked that account, and they came back, and you link it through like Plate or something like that. And they came back, was like, it's a personal account. I was like, it's not a personal account, it's a business account, it's a business product for Wells Fargo. And I said, well, it's not in your name. I said, but it is in my name. They wanted it in the business name. And went back and forth with them like 3 days on this. I was like, hey, you put sole prop in the options. Like, I don't know what the deal is, but long story short, I ended up that bonus. I was really stalling to see if I could get Wells Fargo to complete, and it did. I stalled just enough time. Then I transferred that money to my American Express account, which is in Profitable Content's name. And you do have sometimes, if the bank can't link automatically, which theirs didn't support that for American Express, it's 3-month statements, which of course wouldn't have shown 25 grand. And then luckily now, if you with most business accounts, you can print off an ownership letter, which says your balance at that time. So that's what I did. And then they approved me for like $2,000, which was perfect. That's all I need. So from my experience, they didn't really question anything else. I didn't have to provide any other business documentation. It was really just the I don't know how you get around the domains. Maybe you could come up with something, and the dollar amount being in the proper account. So again, if you wanted to do this, I mean, depending on where you live, here LLC is like, I think, $50 to file. I have no idea the tax implications are. I just do all mine in TurboTax, so I mean, it's probably not as big a deal, but I know some people take taxes a lot more seriously than me. And, once you had that, you could open your next business checking account in that entity and you'd be there. So for $1,000 plus the ability to easily hunt any other business account we come across, I think it's worth considering if you're like really into this, enough to do that. I definitely would have done it if I didn't have a real one, because it's $1,000. We really don't see offers this good. But all that to say, I do think they're going to take it pretty seriously. So it is doable. If you wanted the domain, I do use Google Workspaces. That's what gives you the domain. It's like $12 a month or something for the @profitablecontent.com. I mean, I have two of them, one for the website and one for myself, but again, it's doable. I've seen some people who have set that up. Some people have like their own kind of WordPress page where they actually, which is, what you can use to build websites and host it as well for their referral links. So again, just something to consider, but I did think this one was pretty good, worth sharing. So that was my experience on it. They haven't paid yet. From one of the comments that I saw, the debit card is easy enough to either kind of add to, like, this person added it to Google Pay, or I might try to just load it into the Cash App or something to get the money out, or all likelihood I can just make another close to $1,000 tax payment to use it up and be done with it. So it shouldn't be too hard there. It's as good as cash. So the credit card itself, quickly here, it used to offer 1.5x back on all purchases. It looks like that has been removed, so we don't need to look at the card. I did a video on it a long time ago, so there are no multipliers to be had here. So this really isn't a card that you're going to want to use long term, unfortunately. It really is for expense management, things like that. And from that aspect, it does look pretty cool. Just the card itself sucks. Expense management does look interesting and helpful if you have a real business. But anyways, we're just here for the money, so let's hit the summary slide and bring us home. Now here you have it. As we've said, the target is Ramp. You want their Ramp business credit card. Of course, it is nationwide. You're looking at $1,000 via that Visa gift card, or there's other options down there if you want. In the links, requirements: spend and repay the $1,000 within 90 days of opening. There are no fees here, and of course you can shut it. There's no closure rule listed, but it's a card, so I'd probably still keep it open for 1 year. And just like that, there you go, $1,000 richer, and maybe you started your own business in the process. But of course, if this was not for you, well, then check out profitablecontent.com, which is a channel blog, always linked down below for you and on the channel homepage. We post plenty more bank promotions. We have credit card offers, almost all of which you can get with Sole Prop if you want. And of course, we have the latest news stories and bank promotions as well. Anyways, guys, that'll do it for this one. So, of course, if you liked it, drop me a thumbs up down below. If you found it particularly interesting, consider subscribing to the channel so you're posting content just like this every single week on how to make the bank some money, become your money, of course, every single day over on profitablecontent.com. As always, thanks so much for watching. I'll talk to you very soon in the next one.